Without further ado, let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. George G.K. Kafala.
Energy flows where attention goes.
Grind hard, not represent. Grind hard, not represent. Grind hard, not represent. Grind hard, not represent.
What decisions you make when you leave here today are really going to dictate your life in 3 to 5 years.
Tell them what you want from us. Represent, grind hard, gotta represent.
Offers. Everybody offered me 160,000. Nobody's lowballed me, but I mean, if you got cash, you know, I can work with you. I mean,
When I'm on that strip, max out, ride out with 2 bad bitches named Peppermint. Hey, cool, bro. New shoes on my whip, cause I represent.
it's 9:30 in the morning, Saturday, and my alarm's not going on.
Select arm system type. State mode selected.
No, let's
Select
go.
arm system type. Away mode selected. Front door unlocked.
My door says hustle front house open, something like that. Hustle house open, hustle house closed. Anyway, it's 9:30. It's Saturday morning. A lot of people probably sleeping or doing sporting events or hobbies or whatever, you know, and those are all great things. I do them too, but today's one of those days where I have to go to a rental property in Bethlehem on the south side. There's water in the basement. It's definitely not coming from rain because it hasn't rained in a week, and it's definitely not coming from a pipe because it'd be flooded. So I'm assuming it's some kind of sewage line. But these are the types of things that most people don't want to deal with. You know, they want to work Monday through Friday and then go home, and I don't blame them. You know, when you're an entrepreneur or a business person, there is no Monday through Friday, go home and then come back on Monday. You know what I mean? It's every day is a new adventure. So I take a lot of pride in my properties, and I take a lot of pride in having good tenants, and I always want to make sure things get fixed. So that's what I got to do. You know, when I remind myself on mornings like this, when I know the night before, you know, I can't go out too late because I got to get up early, or I got to focus on my business on Saturday morning, I remind myself it's all going to be worth it in 15, 20 years. I just keep telling myself that, you know, I got to push through the pain now to get the reward then. All right, so I'm in the house for the plumbing and brand new flooring. One of my guys put down, he put the floor over the threshold here and here. This is the kind of shit that I deal with on a daily. These guys do lazy work. Look, he didn't take the transition strip out, the metal strip from the old floor. He just went right over it. Both spots broke. What are you gonna do, right? So let's see what we got downstairs. So what's going on here?
Service gasket's not even all the way in, all the way. See,
Damn.
This is supposed to be touching here, so they just kind of.
Okay.
They're really, really hard to get in, so they just kind of.
Look, I see that pipe leaking right there.
Yeah, this is leaking into the sink here too.
There's a crack in it, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's all pitted underneath the trap setup too. See it?
Okay. So what are you thinking? Maybe replacing that cast iron?
Yeah, that whole trap setup, I would replace it, and I would take the sink out and just put a cheaper plastic model on there.
Okay.
But this would all need to be done here.
So that's where the water's coming from, definitely?
That's coming from there, yeah, but there's definitely pitting on this pipe here coming down.
Okay.
So that's gonna.
My cousin's here now?
Don't ever put the sink back.
No?
No, get rid of the sink. Let me
Okay.
cut this out real quick. Get a pro press and put a gate valve here and get rid of this, dude.
Okay.
While you're here, he's working. Get rid of that valve there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that done.
Okay.
He's in taking care of all that. I told you the problem. You were all worried.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem right there. You see it?
Yeah. Okay.
That's all pitted.
Okay. So that's fine. So we just get. I don't think he uses the sinks. So just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
You save yourself.
You're gonna put on a clean out back there, and you're gonna put one over here for
Oh, it's gonna be all new ones on this whole setup
You're
there.
gonna put
Yeah.
it on,
Yeah, I'm gonna put a
All right. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
So,
So I'm about to go pick up my Supra, but first I had to come to Home Depot and buy a bunch of shit. I had an inspection that failed in Easton. No window screens, a couple other things, and this morning when you guys saw me at the house in Southside Bethlehem, the flooring that we put in was already breaking apart. So I had to get floor patch and some adhesive. That's what you got to do. You got to give attention to your business. Energy flows where attention goes. Your life goes in dominant direction of your thoughts. So if you're out partying and not handling your business ain't gonna grow. But if you're studying, becoming a student of the game, you keep getting better, everything's gonna grow. You know, I actually had 2 trucks. I sold them, and now this is what my Benz looks like. Plumbing parts, trim, molding, screens, 5-gallon paint, receipts, and the back of my car. So, you know, it's the 2020, I don't even know what this is, a 2020 GLE 350. I think it was like 59 grand. I'm using it for like my business. You gotta do what you gotta do. Check to the dealership, and I gotta stop and drop off Drano, one of my rentals, but the dogs are outside. Let's take them out.
Grind hard, gotta represent. Grind hard, gotta represent. Tell them what you want from us. Represent. Grind hard.
Well, I'm gonna give me a minute with the dogs because I haven't seen them all morning, and I'm gonna be gone for an hour. Come here, guys. Let's go. Come on, Oreo, get in. Alright, so just go for a little ride. I'm gonna be gone for a couple hours, guys. Let's go for a little fun real quick. Come on, Oreo, get in. Ready?
So we been gone, out of here, adios. I'm on both coasts, I'm like, damn. You dig that? My real dogs, they feel that. And we grind hard, no relaxing. Foot to the metal when we taking action. I'm so high, no lie. Doors open, coast ride. And I won't stop until I'm multi-millionaire.
You guys in a couple hours. Thanks for picking me up, bro.
Someone's got to do it, right?
How are we making out with the branched chain amino acids? How much closer to we get another sample?
So right now our guy at the lab had to send out the samples we had made to get a better masking agent. So we put elderberry in it. Obviously, it's extremely bitter, so it's hard to hide. So they had to send it out to the mad scientists in Jersey.
Oh, wow.
We're working on just covering that elderberry up, making sure our flavors are on point.
Yeah, that's
We'll
good.
go from there, we should have somebody beginning of next week.
Good. So, you know, we gotta stop at this tenant's house real quick to deliver this Drano. Like, I have this old school canister under the floor. It's like there's not like a trap. It's like the old school stuff back in when they built the house. So it's almost like a Coke can, and what happens is like the water goes down, and when it fills up, it like shoots out. So the only way like for me to like fix the clog in there, nobody can snake it out, is to actually replace the floor or cut the drop ceiling in the kitchen. And so I just get her Drano every month, like a container of Drano, or like actually I got her 3 containers, so I don't got to go back there for 3 months. But it's what we got to do. But she's really cool. The tenant's really cool. You know, she keeps the place nice. I fix everything she needs, and she loves the place. So it's just her sink in the bathroom, but it is what it is. Right back. So we are on the way to pick up my 2021 Nitro Yellow Supra. I had to actually get it delivered to the valley. You know, it's funny, I was watching a show and I saw a white one and I was like, I don't know what car that is, but I want it. And you know, it's amazing that like 9 years ago I was living with my mom, and now I can see something that I want on a show and be like, hey, I want that, and go get it, you know. But at the same time, like, I gotta be smart. Like, I mean, I could get a Bugatti if I saw one, but that'd also be the dumbest thing to ever do, you know what I mean?
So take me through the process, George. Like, you saw a car that you wanted, so how does it get from seeing something you want, because we all see things, oh, that would be cool, or that would be nice, but the difference is, you know, you're actually seeing things and then you're going to get them. What's the process? Like, how do you make that a reality?
So the first thing is, you know, when I decided to become like an entrepreneur and business person, I remember telling myself, like, you got to get things that create residual income, create passive income. You got to you got to be into like things that are gonna grow without you being there, and you're not gonna buy cars. So I made a goal. I was not gonna allow myself to get the car of my dreams until my 20th rental. My next car was at 25. My next car was at 30 rentals. My next car is at 35 rentals. And I make sure that I hit these positive, asset goals first before I go and splurge on a toy. I let the assets pay for the toys. But you got to see things in your mind, man. You got to believe it. Like, if you look at my garage, there's a back screen on my TV of a 2021 yellow Supra. And it's a matter of having that dream in your mind. When I got the Maserati and the Porsche, I was looking at Porsches and Maseratis every single night before I even could afford them, because I had to believe that I already had the car and I was already picking it out in my brain, So it's just, to me, I'll be honest with you, man. I read in a book that like once you get past $75,000 a year, you're like not the quality of your life, but the like emotional happiness that it causes it starts to scale off. Meaning, like, a guy like Jeff Bezos is just as happy as a guy making 75K. Now, obviously there's outliers, but the point is, like, I can tell you that, I've gotten everything I've wanted over the last years working really hard, but it doesn't guarantee happiness. That doesn't guarantee you're gonna be happy because you can own stuff. For me, it's more of like a trophy. It's more of like keeping score. Cars and money is a way to keep score. To me, it's more important how many people I help to get to that point. That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? By trade, I was a landscaper. I did lawn care. I worked for my mom. I made about 30 to 50K a year on a good year. Never was enough, which is one of the reasons why I ended up getting arrested in 2009 or 8, whatever year it was, because I needed more money, and I started to actually dabble in selling performance enhancement drugs, and that ended up causing me to lose everything I owned. I mean, money, house, car, my dignity. But looking back now, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I realized, like, I got to change my life. I got to change my circle of influence. I moved back home with my mom to get grounded. My mom is who I moved with when my grandmother adopted me when I was a kid, or took custody of me, and I moved back with my mom. And back in when I was in my early 20s, when I was going through it, I moved back with my mom. So my mom has always been like the anchor. So I moved back with her, and I just started going back to college and hustling. And I got very fortunate. My mom came to me and said there's an opportunity to make money with energy deregulation off of utilities. The laws just changed, and you could take advantage of it. I remember like thinking, well, I don't know anything about electricity or gas or utilities, but what I'm doing now ain't gonna give me the life I want. And most people were like, don't do it. It's it ain't gonna work. It's this. It's that. And I got involved, man, and I stuck with it. I wanted to quit a couple times, but I never quit. And I ended up making a substantial amount of income. And from there, I read a real estate book. It was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I thought, I want to own real estate. My first deal fell through. The house went into a short sale right before closing. I lost $1,000 for the appraisal. But it didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth. That's the difference between me and most people. Most people, when they fail, they quit, or when something goes bad, they have this bad taste, like, well, that's never gonna work. I realized it was just a bad experience, and it was supposed to teach me something. Maybe it wasn't my time. And then I got into real estate, and I'm a big believer that if you're not willing to downgrade your life for a year to 3 years and work in silence, you care about what people think too much. So I wasn't out there buying a fancy car. I remember the first year I made 180 grand in my first business. I didn't go out and buy a fancy car. I bought real estate because I remember thinking, okay, I gotta continue to go this way. So with the real estate, a lot of my friends were like, well, we want to get into real estate too, but their credit was bad. So from there, I started a credit repair business. From there, I started credit repair seminars to teach other people how to do it. Now we're working on a credit repair university, like an actual, like almost like a credit repair college. And then along the way, I was very fortunate. I met Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. I started my clothing brand, Evolve. From there, I wrote 2 books. I wanted to get my life story out there and all the self-growth that I had experienced in my life. I probably read about 500 books. I got the experience and knowledge of people that are deceased, some of the smartest and most well-known people in the world. All their information is in my brain. That's why I don't worry about if I ever lose everything, because I know that's one thing they can't take from me. And from there, we started other ventures, publicly speaking in schools, prisons, rehabs to help people, to give them hope. I met with you, and we started our nutrition company a year ago. And there's just multiple things I'm invested in, and everything I do, I love what I do. You know what I mean? It's just, it's it's just moving forward, even through this crazy year what we have with the pandemic, and just being around the right people, man, and just believing in yourself and the process.
Big money, gotta get it, y'all. Ball till I fall, till my knees get sore. And big things popping, I ain't stopping, not at all.
I haven't even seen the car yet. Honestly, I haven't even seen the car. Not ever sat in it. Don't even know what color the interior is. All I know is I said, listen, I need a yellow 2021 Supra. And they were like, okay, we'll get it for you. 5 days later, they're like, it's here. I got the check for them. Got my insurance already on it. So I don't like it.
Living my life, while the world keeps spinning, while the world keeps spinning, while the world keeps spinning, while the world keeps spinning. See, I've been in it for a minute.
We gotta get rid of the sticker though. I don't want no Toyota sticker on my car. Like that's good. It's locked. Damn, it's nice. Nicer than I expected it to be. Wow. I like it. Now I just gotta get the Bentley and the Lambo and we're set. Cool. Hotter in person, man. No. So, can you guys do me a favor? Can you get rid of this lane casting sticker before I leave? I don't even know why it's on there. Yeah, I just, you know. And this one too. Can you scrape that off?
I'm gonna take the band one off?
Yeah.
I'll call one of the detail guys behind me.
Alright, I really appreciate that. How's your day going?
Slow today.
Slow.
Yeah, slow.
So you drove this? How fast did you get it? 116?
Yeah, 116.
I won't even.
I didn't even punch it though. You know what I mean? Like I still have room to go.
I'll never even drive it that fast.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
Cool. All right, well, that's cool. I'm ready to do the paperwork then.
I don't know who's doing
Joe. Okay. What's up, brother?
How are you, sir?
It's nice meeting you. I'm John.
John? Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm gonna be the one going over all your paperwork and everything. So just take a moment. I mean, look it over.
We're good. I mean, can you open the inside for me? Or?
Yeah, I have the keys. Joe didn't give you a key?
Not yet. I didn't see them yet.
I have the second one. So I'll give you that key and then I'll let Joe know you're here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Little. It's raining today too. It's hot, man. Look at the carbon fiber on this thing. Supposedly it has some kind of pop. Oh, this is the pop-up display they're talking about. Wait, no. Let me see. Let me start this thing up. He bought a 2-unit off of me. The first property I ever sold, I had a fire in it. We modeled the whole thing brand new. I think we paid $6 grand over price or $3 grand over price.
Yep, 6.
So here's the crazy part. How I'm here today. Let's. So because I sold him a house, he's obviously on my Instagram page, right? I got a wholesale deal 3 weeks ago from a kid in Florida. He's 22 years old. He's like, listen, I got a house for you in Allentown. Do you want it? So I go out, look at the house. I'm like, I'm in. I want it. I bought off him for $53,500. Officially, can you come by and give me the escrow check? I'm like, sure. So that Monday, I go to his house, and while I'm at his house, I see a Supra on some show he's watching, and then I ended up buying the car. So it's all kind of like a ricochet. It's like and then you hit me up when you saw that I wanted one. Yep. But if I wouldn't have bought the wholesale house, if I wouldn't have went to his house, like if I wouldn't have met you, none of this would happen. It's so crazy how life works.
Definitely.
That is the
No.
That's not the one?
No, the Emmerich Boulevard. Does it matter?
Okay.
Thank you. You only got one shot at this thing called life. It's no dress rehearsal. Gotta make it count. See you later.
Big money, gotta get it, y'all. Ball till I fall, till my knees get sore. And big things popping, I ain't stopping, not at all. This for my real dogs, locked down by the law. Look at your son now. I made it.